All right, this is one of the baddest watches out here. 40 millimeter. This is the Christopher Ward um, Reef Blue, the atoll. It's 40 millimeters. It's about 47 millimeters in terms of lug to lug. It's very thin. It's about 11 millimeters in thickness. Just doing a quick review just because I bought it used for about $800. And reason why I really bought it is because really, come on, it's just an eye-catching, beautiful dial of that seafoam green to that gradient blue. It's beautifully made. Um, if you look at the dial is gorgeous. You know, the dial always wins me over, and this certainly did. From the side, it is just gorgeous the way it just looks from the side. Beautiful. Okay. Um, it's got the steel bezel. Um, let me just, there you go. Let me see. This is how it's gonna sound. It's got a nice bezel. I've had better bezels, honestly. To be honest, it's nice, but there has been better bezels that have stuck around in my collection. But the dial is just gorgeous, gorgeous from the side. I love flat sapphires. One thing about me and any watch, I love flat sapphires. I don't like domed. I don't like double domed. I like flat sapphires. Just because the way it looks from the side. So it does have this. So this watch does have this elegance to it, even though it's a toolish looking watch. So that's probably why this has been really popular for fans. It is a summer watch, though, I would definitely say. It has the case back that is transparent, and it is beautifully made. It is beautifully made. I'm getting rid of it just because 40 millimeters just too big for my wrist. To me, 40 millimeters just gorgeous though. If it had a black bezel, oh, over with. I don't care if it's 40, 42. This color with a different color bezel, right? I don't really like steel bezels. But this color with, let's say, like a blue bezel, sapphire, yo, it would have been over with. I would have kept this. I would still keep this if I had a bigger wrist. If this was 38 millimeters, it'd be in my collection. I don't care about I wouldn't care. Just for the size, the color of the dial, just the size itself. For a 40, it wears compact. I just know personally, just from a time of me collecting watches, that 38 millimeters is what I just go for in terms of divers to stay in my collection. Now, I do have a 40 millimeter Davosa diver. That one just wears nicely for a 40 mil, man. It's just wear nice. I'll make a review of that, why I like it. But this for 40 millimeters, it's gorgeous. If my wrist was definitely bigger, it'd be all over. But I guess from this angle, it looks like it fits, but it does. You know, I can get away with it. I can definitely get away with wearing this, but I know just me personally, of me just owning watches, and as dailies, I just go for 38 millimeters, right? That's just me personally. But in terms of dial presence, that dial is crazy done. Christoper did always, for some reason, has not disappointed in dials. I personally just think of Christopher Ward's as overpriced though, just me, even though there's people that don't think it's a good, they're at a good price point. I just personally think they are overpriced. Right? Because I'm looking at almost Oris territory for some of their watches, and they're not Oris, right? But in terms of just what they do offer, I can see why they are charging this type of amount for watches, right? There it goes. 40 millimeters, right? My wrist size is about right under 6 inches. Right under 6. Okay. Like I say, so I'm just making this review just before I get rid of it. The color is crazy though. If it was 38 for a diver, it would be in my collection, you know. Yeah, sad to really let it go just because I love the dial. They did an amazing job. I love watching that dial from the side. All right, I'm heading out, boys. I'm heading out, boys. Oh, excuse me. There you go. You can see how big it is for me. Right? It's just the bezel is like they should have done a bigger bezel. I feel like the bezel is just the bezel and the bezel insert just too tiny. I should have done a bigger bezel. Less dial as far as just squeeze it down, but make the bezel bigger. In my view, this would be an amazing size for someone with a 7-inch wrist, right? Or 6 3/4, 6.5 even. Amazing size. But because of the bezel, it just wears big. And guys, they are not kidding. This is the light catcher case. It catches the light beautifully. It is comfortable too. As a matter of fact, I didn't even get to talk about it. For this steel watch, it is comfortable as you wear it. It's very light. The bracelet is comfy. I've had better bracelets though, but for what you get, it's what you paid. And I'm talking about Davosa quality is much better, right? Manta quality is much better, right? In the bracelet. But for what you get, it is still darn good. The clasp, a little bit too long for me in my tasting, a little bit too long for me. I can see why they did it. It is made for bigger wrists. Other than that, I think you can wear it if you have about 5 3/4 of wrist, 6 inches, right? You can wear it. It's just me, my personal taste. I just like 38 millimeter divers. 39 I'll do, right? But 38 is what stays in my collection forever. All right, I'm heading out, guys. Peace.